Yes. Our topic in this debate is that we should keep our language because the Hmong people has already suffered enough of their lives of trying to keep their language known throughout the years of suffers through China migrating down to Laos, Vietnam, Thailand, and especially here. And we should keep the language because it also represents who we are, and it helps us remember our history of being Hmong. Without the language being known to us, especially the younger generations, we will slowly forget who we are, and we will slowly forget our history about it. That is why we should keep our language, especially if it's like very difficult. We should just learn it so that if it's if it slowly dies off, then it'll be very hard to like find or try to like discover our own language, because many people like now, since we're in the U.S., we're speaking English so that we could get through school and learn a lot of things. But then our families, we wouldn't really be able to connect with them, especially our grandparents or our parents. We wouldn't be able to like talk with them when they're speaking in Hmong. We wouldn't really like be part of the family. That is why we should try to maintain the language before it gets out of hand.
Okay, very good. Now we go to the con, and stage opening.
Are we gonna do the rebuttal and stuff too?
Yeah, they have their turn.
Today we're going to talk about our claim that we shouldn't maintain the Hmong language. As we know, it is good to keep the language because it's who we are and what we represent. At the same time, why do we really need it? We aren't going against it. We're not saying that we shouldn't, because we do agree with you guys. We do. But the Hmong language isn't as common anymore, and it's also something that many people don't even use anymore. So yes, it's good to know, remember the Hmong language, but it's not really useful in like, in America. Because yes, we are, Hmong, we should keep the language and stuff, but when did you really use Hmong outside of, family or like in Hmong class? Like, when do you go out in public and really meet a Hmong person that does not know English, So, yes, it is good to know and remember the Hmong language, but it's not really useful, no offense. We will explain more reasons why we and we will explain more reasons why we shouldn't. That's all I got for the introduction. Kind of short, sorry, Lauren.
Oh my gosh, Papa.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna destroy you guys. Like, you know, where's the energy? Come on.
It feels really disrespectful.
So this time state the argument, the purpose of the argument, and you have 2 minutes to do that.
I think all people should maintain the Hmong language because it'll help them learn more about Hmong and speak it and understand it well. So that way they don't have any problem like speaking or like understanding. And that would be Hmong is the Hmong community, because if we lose that Hmong community, then all of us would just be like gone. And if we lose our Hmong language, then we will basically lose our identity, because we won't know, if we lose our Hmong language, we won't know who we are or what are we. But speaking more Hmong will not lose our community, because it'll help us, the Hmong language will stay there, and it will just keep our identity. And since our ancestors kept it for a long time, try to keep it up, if we basically lose that, then we're just letting down our ancestors and just not maintaining the Hmong language.
Okay.
Hmong, it isn't really like a globalized type of language, meaning that it's a very small minority of people who actually speak the language. Therefore, like, if you learn like English and stuff, it's way better to expand your vocabulary on that, because with knowing English, it gives you more opportunities because you're able to connect more with people, especially in today's age. You go to Thailand, the only way to get around is to speak Thai. You go to Laos, the only way to go around is to speak Laos. You're here, the only way to get around is to speak English. It goes to show that Hmong is more so like a household type of language where you could talk to like your families, which is why I do agree that you might need it to connect with your family members. But overall, like, if you don't have Hmong and you instead learn things like English and Spanish, those gives you more opportunities to get to jobs and everything. Like for example, like for my family, my dad, he's very fluent in Hmong. However, he's not that great in English, and he didn't really care about school and everything. So right now, he's not even like successful compared to someone like my mom, who actually took the time to go to school and she actually took the time to learn English. And she's not like very fluent in Hmong, but even then she was still able to gain more jobs and everything, which is why it's kind of like you need to set your emotions aside and stop crying over this ideology that, oh, I have to keep this because of my ancestor or whatever, because you have to evolve with the times. You can't keep staying stuck in the past. And with that being said, it could remain in your head. It's not like we're gonna forget it. It's just we're not gonna speak it as much. It's just like history. You remember history, like you study the Chinese, you study all these different types of people, but you don't necessarily speak the language. In this case, you can still study Hmong. You can still know that you're Hmong and everything. You just don't have to speak it. It shouldn't be your number one priority. So that's what I think.
Oh, pump us, sis. Let's go after energy I like to see, but Lena didn't have it.
Okay, Emmanuel, watch me. I will put your name in this. Never mind. Let me just.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Okay, I like your argument, Aaron. It was good, it was good. And Lena, yours was like, it was whack, no energy. You're like, oh my god, it's okay. But, I agree with you, Aaron, but like, you know, I have to play my role. Anyways, we Hmong people, it represent who we are, our language, but we already lost so much of our history, and I think it's very important to keep our history and maintain it and preserve it as long as possible, because it defines and it identifies who we are. If we lose that, we won't be known as a Hmong no more. We're gonna be known as a race without a language, without a country. We'll be a race without an identity. We'll be we'll have forgotten culture, forgotten religion. Yeah, a lot of things, but you know, our ancestors, they fought really hard and tried to survive. They ran away, and they did everything possible to maintain all the history, the documents, and yeah, we lost our language. Everything got burned up, and to be honest, we shouldn't take this for granted. Even if we don't learn Hmong, it's okay, but we should maintain the Hmong language, because although it may not benefit us, but it's very valuable to us specifically. Crap, voice crack. It's like, you know how many things are common, but for us, it's like really rare, and so it's like valuable. So like, there's a lot of copper, but you don't really see diamond, and to us, we're like that small diamond. There's not many around in the world, and I hear about history of our, they use like a certain person language for like, so like they use it to communicate across the world for like World War, and so like other country can't decode it or whatnot, and I think that our language could be really good for that and beneficial. And I heard that some people about becoming president and stuff, like another race, it might be like another spy or whatnot. But I think the Hmong people would make a really good president because we don't have a country. We literally don't have a flag. We literally quite almost have literally nothing. And so basically what I'm trying to say overall, we should maintain it and not take everything for granted. So yeah, that's it.
Go off, sis. Yay.
Wait for so the cross examinations. I'm supposed to ask them the question, and they respond back.
Yes.
I didn't ask that question. Okay, so tell me, what significance can come from learning Hmong in the modern age?
Well, it could benefit you for having another language, which could increase your hourly pay for another job, since multiple language mean, like, let's say you guys both have the same college degree, but then someone has they only know one language, while another person has two language. So if you were the person picking an employee, which one would you rather pick? You would probably pick someone who knows two languages instead of one, because if they meet someone that doesn't know how to speak English but Hmong, then that could really benefit the company. So yeah, that's another factor. But to modern society, I don't even know, but yeah.
Okay. My second question: what in the Hmong language and culture could bring people into interest in the Hmong culture, in the Hmong language, essentially?
Interest?
Yeah.
Like people?
Like language and culture wise.
I feel like most people don't know our culture and history, and even though we don't know much either, I still find it really quite interesting. It's like a mystery almost, and I feel like that's what drives people or us to want to learn more about ourselves, who we truly are as Hmong people. And so I think if people look into that, I think they'd be very intrigued into like, who are we? Because like, we're very like mysterious in a way.
Sounds okay.
Then, now you can close.
Oh, my question. So essentially, our language is surrounded by the dominant language, English, currently, and other dominant languages like Japanese, Chinese, maybe you could say Russian, or yeah, essentially. So even if we were looking to even maintain our Hmong language in our lifetime, probably only fragments of it will remain in the next generation, whether we like it or not. That's all.
Okay. Now, we're opening to the questions from the audience. So each audience member has or can ask a question for the pro and a question for the con. Let's begin with Skyline since the mic is closer to you.
Should I ask my question? I forgot to ask my question.
Okay, we can do that.
Um,
Okay, everybody get your questions ready, okay?
What would Hmong be or become if Hmong didn't maintain the language?
Let's see.
You said what would Hmong be even if we don't maintain the language?
Yeah, what would Hmong be or become if Hmong didn't maintain the language?
I mean, I don't think it really matters because just because we lose the language doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna lose its whole history. Because it just like it can still be written in the history books, like in English, you're still gonna understand what happened and whatnot. It's not like just because we lose our language, we're gonna lose everything about it. So it doesn't really make sense for you to say, oh, just because we don't, necessarily speak Hmong, that means we're gonna forget everything. But then you can still pass down like stories from the past without having to necessarily translate it in Hmong. And you talk about a lot of cultures and stuff, how we're gonna forget traditions, and it shows too because you're a Christian, right? And in the past there was a lot of shamanism and everything, and there's a lot of majority of us that are Christian. So it's already showing you that the world is evolving, it's changing. People are already forgetting or not even practicing the old ways. So what difference does it make that we don't speak the language when people are even practicing the tradition anymore?
Okay. Well, like I wasn't meant to be pro, but how can Hmong be identified as Hmong when we can't speak the language? I think you already answered that, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, audience.
All right. Okay, let's ask quickly. One question for the pro, one question for the con. Each audience member must ask a question, okay?
2 questions from each audience member?
No, one. Or 2 from each member, one for the pro, one for the con. So you get 2 different perspectives.
I'll ask first.
Okay.
Okay. So, for the cons or pros first? Doesn't matter.
Either
It
way.
doesn't matter.
Okay, for the cons, like if we have the opportunity to have a language and a religion, like why should we stop learning it? Like how you said that they could be written in history books, but like people are not writing them in history books. Like, do you see us learning about our Hmong history? We only learn it in Hmong class. We don't learn it in like any other class. You know?
I mean, it depends too because like, for that's your experience. From my experience, my history teachers, they still talk about the Hmong. Like they're like white or whatever. They still remember it. They still talk to us about it. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the history books because you have to remember it's still like fresh in the minds of the older generation, and they tell us, and we could tell our kids in English about what happened. It's not like, oh, we have to tell them in like Hmong or whatever to get our point across. So yeah, you could still translate like everything in the past without having to say it in the old language. So yeah, so you don't need it to be written in the history books per se, but we still remember it as Hmong people who we are. The language doesn't really change who we are.
And for the pro side, living in a country like America where the Hmong language isn't really spoken because the main language is English, how do you, like, why do we even need the language if it's not really spoken? Like,
Say it again.
so living in a country like America, like where the main language is English, why do we need the Hmong language?
Well, if we're living in a city or a place where our language is not really known, we should always try to keep it so like we would be more unique to the other people. If they would ask oh, you just speak English, and we say yes, but like, if they would say, oh, do you speak your native language, and we say no, then you're just being looked down upon. You'll be looked as if like you don't know your own language, even though you are that. Like let's say if you're like an Hmong person going into like a American school, and of course you have to learn English to like communicate with the others. But then if they'll get interested and if they want to know like how would you speak and how like you would say this word in your language, how would like you already would know how to say that, and then for that they will get more interested and they'll probably want to know or want to learn those languages.
Next audience member.
How many audience members need to tell their questions? That's a lot.
We have
Four over there.
we have seven audience members.
So all the audience members have to ask questions?
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay. You just go. I already asked all my questions.
We're just repeating the same questions in different ways. But like, for the con side, do you think there are any upsides to losing our ability to maintain our language? Like, some obvious upsides?
It makes it easy to communicate with the rest of the world.
What?
We would be able to communicate because there would be lesser languages to learn essentially in the world.
Wait, so there'll be less languages? So you
Imagine if you cut out every other language besides English in the world. Communication would be easier, Ace.
I guess, but there's only one Hmong, and there's like 5 million languages. How would cutting 1 out of 5 million make a difference?
So, but most of those languages have already died out. That's the thing.
Oh.
English is really the main language.
Yeah, we have to keep it real.
It's over, they got demolished.
Okay, for the pro sides, if what you want to do is maintain our language, what lengths are you going, like, what lengths are you willing to go to like, make sure your child knows the language? Like, are you gonna force it on them, or are you going to, like, gradually teach them, or what are you willing to do?
I can't say that because I can't answer that because I don't understand Hmong or even speak Hmong. So I envy you guys for being able to speak Hmong and being able to understand.
Next question? Oh, yeah, that's it. Because we're just repeating the same questions over and over. So now it's time to like free argue. Anyways, Aaron, I'm gonna argue with you. Like,
Hold
no
on,
offense, no
hold
cute.
on.
Please.
Okay,
No, no, no.
anybody from this side?
We're just repeating the same questions.
So if we look carefully, the questions can be overlapped, but we don't have to repeat the same questions again.
Alright.
Okay. So no more questions. All right. So this will conclude the debate. Thank you very much for participating about maintaining the Hmong language.